everybody, welcome back to the channel. I have to admit that it feels a little bit self-indulgent to do like a state of the channel video when I don't actually have a lot of subscribers. However, we have gone like an embarrassingly long time without me releasing any videos, and I kind of wanted to address that as well as talk about a little bit of just like update life stuff that's going on, and sort of roll that all into one video and kind of knock it all out in one try. So with that being said, let's get into it. So the first thing that I wanted to do at the top of the section is just talk a little bit about like stuff that's going on in my life right now, because that seems to be what's mostly interesting to people. So really quick, since my coming out video, obviously I have been continuing to think and experiment and sort of figure out what's going on with me and what makes me happy. And kind of like I mentioned in that video, what I'm finding is more and more I like traditional aspects of femininity, and that it's starting to get to the point where it goes beyond just like wearing makeup and having long hair and things like that. So I'm going to start HRT, which will be introducing estrogen into my system. I'm doing this for a couple of reasons, mostly because I'm finding when I get misgendered, specifically when I'm gendered male, which tends to happen a lot at work, it really bothers me, makes me sad. And so partially I think doing HRT will help with that. There's lots of resources you can check out online, but the big kind of bullet points with HRT, specifically with estrogen, is that it will sort of smooth out my skin and change the way that my body distributes weight to be more like feminine in nature. So I will have a more feminine figure, as well as like your actual, the way your face looks changes, which I think is fascinating. I'm really excited to do that. I'm going through a really good program called Plume. This is not a sponsored video, but you know, Plume, if you're out there, get at me. They essentially are a subscription wellness group that is specifically focused on transitioning resources. They do letter writing service, and they provide hormones, so either estrogen or testosterone. But the big thing with them is they have a lot of doctors who are trans or trans-allied people, and like nurses and stuff, and they don't require any sort of mental health consult. They work on prior consent, which is essentially just taking the patient's word at face value that they know what they're talking about. So I have got a prescription for estrogen, specifically Vivel Dot, which is like a patch, kind of like a nicotine patch that you put on your skin. You change it every like twice a week, I think. So actually, after I'm done filming this video, I'm gonna go pick that up from the pharmacy. So yeah, so that'll be fun to sort of see, and we'll be able to chart them across videos that I hopefully will continue to make, sort of how my body starts to change and how I start to look different. I'm still going to be using they, them pronouns, although I'm finding that it does not bother me to have feminine pronouns applied to me either. So they, them, or she, her. And I think as I start to transition more, it will probably be easier for people to use they or she, her pronouns, hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. I maybe about a month ago made a set of fake breasts for myself just to see how I felt about like wearing them and looking at myself with breasts, or you know, what an approximation of what they would look like. And I like it. And one of the things that HRT will help with is like introducing estrogen into your system actually does cause the growth of breasts. And if top surgery is a thing that I want to look into at some point, almost everything, all of the places that I've looked at require you to be on estrogen for a certain amount of time, so you get a little bit of breast tissue development. So once they do the surgery and the implants, they have more space to work with, I guess is the idea. So we'll see. I'm still using the name James for the time being. I am inclined to think that that might change as I start to transition more, but I don't know, we'll see. One of the things I feel like I've been struggling with a lot is trying to figure out like what are things that I want for myself and what are things that I'm doing for other people with regards to gender. So like, for me personally, my name doesn't cause me dysphoria. Like, being called James isn't an issue. Same thing with my voice. There are like vocal exercises that you can do to raise the register and kind of take the gravel, the low end out of your voice. And I haven't really done that yet because my voice doesn't bother me either. But what I am finding is that I think because people, and this is not like a call out, I mostly experience this at work with customers, is I think people are really thrown off by someone who appears feminine but like goes by James and has my voice, which is a pretty low register, and has that like sort of gravelly masculine edge to it. I'm struggling because I think people are so locked into that idea of like binary genders that they default to, they just say, oh, like that's a guy because they sound like a guy, regardless of the way that I look, which is weird. Seems weird to me, but so yeah, like I said, I don't know if maybe I will want to go by a different name as I start to look more and more feminine. I might. We don't know yet. We'll get there when we get there. So I think that's all of the like life update stuff. The second thing I wanted to address is the absolute lack of content that has been coming out on the channel lately. And that is partially, well, it's a combination of things. It's summer. It's been really hot in Portland. Famously, we were trapped in the heat bubble where temperatures got up to, I want to say, 113, which, if you ask me, is too hot to be a human. And because of that, I'm not generally a person that takes heat very well. I am very much a cold weather person. And so, because of that, I basically have to have my air conditioning running 24/7. It's not running right now, but otherwise I'm dead. And the side effect of that is because my air conditioner is in my room, which is also where I film my videos and like edit stuff and record audio. I can't really do that while the air conditioner is running. And that's a big part of why the video output has been so low. Summer sucks and it makes my brain mushy, and it's been hard to motivate myself to put out content. I am still working on the comparison video for Castlevania Circle of the Moon and Harmony of Dissonance. I want to get that video out. I find that I don't feel much motivation to do makeup videos anymore, and I don't know what that's about, because obviously, like, I'm still wearing makeup on a daily basis. So I might try and get back into those. I kind of fell off the Super Seducer videos because they just kind of stopped being funny to me. Like, the game just kind of lost its humor to me, and like, so maybe I'll try and get back to that, but probably not. I have a couple of ideas for games I want to cover in the future, but that content will all probably come out really slowly, and I'm sorry about that, but it is the way it is. Like I said, if I had an air conditioning unit set up somewhere else, or like I had some sort of different thing going on, then it would be easier, but since it is the way it is, it is. So I think that's all I really wanted to say. I will continue to work on that that Castlevania comparison video. I have noticed that temperatures are trending downwards. Obviously, I have my air conditioner turned off and I'm not actively sweating, so that's a good sign. And I 100% believe that content will come out much faster as the temperature starts to drop and we move into like fall, winter times. So thanks for sticking around. Sorry things have been slow, and hopefully we will get back to the good stuff soon. I love you all. Thanks for watching.